Oh, hi there, I'm just drinking from my new mug. And actually the reveal of the winner of the mug, t-shirt and the sticker at the end of the video. The one-point perspective in Kubrick's films and how it controls our gaze. The eye tracking in George Miller's Mad Max and how it immerses us in action. The invisible CGI in a David Fincher film and how it reveals the scene's layout. We are in awe of great filmmakers, and a lot can be gleaned from their art. But let's face it, most of us who aspire to tell amazing stories rarely come close to that kind of perfection.
Anything for my princess!
So my question is, can we actually learn more from films that are considered the worst of the worst? So while this video is about what not to do, let me be really clear. I have actually a lot of respect for these films.
Trouble?
Take a look for yourself.
I'm certainly not suggesting that they should stop doing what they're doing, because what would that do? So with this disclaimer, let's look at what they've done so wrong. Look at this scene from Breen.
I haven't told you the truth, though.
I knew it.
Notice how he cuts to the person before they start talking.
There is another girl.
How does that feel?
No, that is not true.
To me, it feels clumsy. There's this awkward pause before they start talking.
I haven't told you the truth, though.
I knew it. There is another girl.
No, that is not true.
Dialogue really should have a flow. It often comes with the delayed visual. Somebody starts talking, everybody turns their head and they look at them. So there's this visual delay.
Did you take her hand?
Are you nuts? You think if I was having an affair, I'd be crazy enough to have it in public at the Four Seasons?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes.
So by editing this way, which they call the J-cut, where the audio comes first and then the video, you're really creating and mimicking that organic flow of a real-life conversation.
Did you take her hand?
Are you nuts? You think if I was having an affair, I'd be crazy enough to have it in public at the Four Seasons?
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you.
I'm not saying you have to do that all the time, and sometimes it's really important to have a pause where we just look at a face, picking your moments where you do take a breath to emphasize.
So don't get your temper up. I don't like that side of you.
I'm just jealous because I love you. You should be flattered.
No one knows.
What? Are you crazy?
So let's get rid of all the awkward pauses and make that scene nice and smooth. will recut that scene, and if you're interested and want to watch me do that, I'm gonna do that over at Patreon. So I'm going to cut this part off. You don't have to be a Patreon member. You can click over, I leave the link. You can watch me cut that scene. Number 2, and this is a big one.
You remember that far?
Yeah. So, what do you do?
I'm a fashion model.
Notice how there are sound holes here. Also, pay attention to the background noise. Do you notice that when you cut to one camera, the traffic sounds different?
You remember that far?
Yeah. So, what do you do?
I'm a fashion model.
It has to do with how the mics are placed. Seems like they're different mics for different actors. But also mainly because it was shot at different times, so the background noise changed.
And a beautiful one, too.
Thanks. Well, it was nice talking to you, but I should really get going.
If you don't take care of it, it completely disrupts the scene. And the way to do it is to either use room tone or ambient sound. Room tone is an actual sound you record on location when you ask everybody to be quiet and you're just recording the background. You use that to fill in the blanks and smooth out all these audio transitions. Or you create a whole new sound bed with ambient sound.
It was a very noisy scene, so we created a background. It's the blue track.
And actually, if you want to see how to create the sound background of a scene, you can click on this video with Hugo, our sound designer, where we go through all the steps.
It has like some birds, and it doesn't play too loud, but then it allows us to cut all around the dialogue.
Number 3.
Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Johnny.
Tommy Wiseau is a master at addressing everyone on a first-name basis constantly.
Johnny, it's beautiful.
Oh, hi, Danny.
It's from Johnny.
Nice to see you, Danny.
Danny, don't ask a question like that.
Kudos for him. For the rest of us, it's just weird. It feels unnatural. Like, when you're talking to your friends, how many times do you really call them out by name?
Oh, hi, Johnny. Chris R.
Where's my money, Danny?
Where's my fucking money, Danny?
If it's up to me as the editor, I will chop it. I will take out the name if I can.
Just talking? Well, what's the show about?
It's about nothing.
Most bad scripts have dialogue about nothing.
I'd like you to meet my fiance, Tim.
I'll go get us a drink to celebrate.
This is not real life. Characters need to be talking about stuff that matters.
Excuse me, just one moment, please.
It matters to them, to the narrative arc, and most importantly to us, to the audience.
How do you feel?
I feel surprisingly all right.
Dialogue should help characters achieve their goals.
Your laundry's clean, ghosts out of the closet, and
You've really learned how to cover your pain, haven't you? You've done that all your life.
Or they should show us with insights, or lastly, just blow us away.
You had 3 weeks. The universe was created in a third of that time.
Well, someday you'll have to tell us how you did it.
And what happens is, if you actually cut out some of the bad stuff, it elevates the dialogue of a scene and it makes it feel much wittier. Lastly, I have to say, a lot of bad films, they're often quite preachy.
In other news today, the population of polar bears is declining rapidly due to the melting of sea ice in the Arctic.
Because of our burning of fossil fuels and creating greenhouse gases, which is causing global warming.
You gotta be careful as a storyteller when you're trying to present your ideas of the world in your film through the characters.
I'm from Solar Power Accessories. We have an appointment to it.
And if you have these agenda-driven monologues just littered through your scene.
But they will identify governments and corporations that have committed fraudulent and criminal activities against mankind.
Great movies are thought-provoking, yet they give us the respect to find the answers ourselves.
What truth? That you are a slave, Neo.
So that's it. I mean, these are the important things. I probably missed a couple. Let me know in the comment section if that's the case. With that, I'm gonna give away the t-shirt in just a second. Just one last announcement. Dustin and I went to NAB last month. Dustin, who's the producer on the movie Flesh and Blood, and we presented the workflow of the film, the fact that we were shooting on the Ursa Mini 4.6K, presented that entire workflow at NAB, and you can watch this presentation. I'm gonna include the link in the video description as well. I also talk about this channel and the editing process. I thought I should be PewDiePie. Online gaming is cool. People are watching this. Why are they not watching online editing? It's just as cool. So now I'm gonna give away one sticker, one mug, one t-shirt to the people that left a comment in our Facebook group. We're gonna go ahead and make the drawing right now. 128 people submitted. I'm using a plugin that's gonna go through all these comments. It's gonna make sure that there are no double ups. So if somebody left 2 comments, they will have the same chance as somebody who only left 1 comment. And it says amount of unique comments is 120. So we're gonna start with the smallest prize. And I'm gonna go ahead and start the drawing. And the winner of the sticker is Diganta Gugui. I'm not gonna make fun of your name. If I did, I apologize. You won the sticker. I will get in touch with you. Congratulations. Now we're gonna go ahead and go with the mug. We have 3 different designs. I only have 2 here. And you can decide which one you want, and they all come in different colors too. Ready, set, for the mug. And the winner is Christopher Zentgraf. That sounds German. Congratulations, you won a mug. Thanks for giving us a peek inside the world of filmmaking. Oh, you're very welcome. That's so nice of you. So congratulations. And now finally, we're gonna go ahead and give away the t-shirt. And this will go to... German Bombini. Congratulations, you won the shirt. You're gonna get an XL black. I'm gonna get in touch with all of you. Everybody, thank you so much for participating. If you didn't win, I'm so sorry. You can always buy the shirt. It helps out the channel. I very much appreciate it. And with that, hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.